Welcome to At the Table with Chef Jay, the podcast where we believe that every meal has a story and every story has a seat at the table. I'm your host, Chef Jay, and today we embark on a culinary journey through the heartwarming realm of cherished memories and delectable dishes. Today's guest is Columbia-based reggae artist SUNSHYNE P and her mom, Thea, did I get it right? And Armani. They'll be preparing one of her favorite dishes, Trinidadian bake and salt fish. And
that's it. Bourgeois. That goes with the saltfish.
Bourgeois? Okay, saltfish. Okay. So, Thea's going to tell us a story about the saltfish and how it became, and the history behind it, the story behind it. SUNSHYNE P is going to tell us about the
bake, and I'll follow up
bake.
with
Okay, and then Armani is going to tell us share with us about the
coconut bake.
Oh, coconut bake. Now
That's
that sounds
right.
good. Okay, so Miss Thea, start off with the story behind the saltfish.
So we have saltfish because during the time I was growing up, it was one of the least expensive meats you could get to consume.
Gotcha.
And it went a long way because you mixed it with veggies and herbs and spices so you could stretch it. And growing up in Trinidad, anybody could stop by and get something to eat. So even if you didn't have enough for yourself, you always had to have enough to share out of what you had. And so we were able to do that by preparing dishes that you could stretch as far as you could get it.
Oh my God, I love that story because it's about community,
That's right.
about looking out for each other, food, family, community. I just love that whole concept.
And the neighbors, any neighbor could come. It was so hilarious. It was hilarious after I grew up, not when I was growing up.
Right.
But people would smell you cooking. And pretending they just dropping by to visit. And they wouldn't leave until they had eaten.
Right. So did your mom show you how to do this dish, or you learned on your own?
My mom, I was the oldest girl.
Oh my God.
And therefore, and in our culture, my dad taught that each girl was groomed to be a wife.
I love it.
Which I did not want.
Right.
So you had to learn how to cook.
That's right.
How to keep a house, how to sew. My dad taught me how to use a sewing machine. And so they raised you to be a housewife.
Well, I've learned that's in a lot of cultures. That's the way it was.
But I was determined I wasn't going to be a housewife.
Well, were you a housewife?
So, no.
Okay, so you were
I made
one.
sure I go to college, get an education, so I didn't have to depend on anybody
That's right.
to
I love
support
that.
me.
Absolutely.
But even though I didn't like having to do all of that growing up, I'm so grateful that I had the opportunity to learn, because I was able, even during hard times as an adult, to take the simplest of ingredients and create something that I enjoy.
That's right.
And that's what it was all about. My mom took the simplest ingredients that she had and created something that she thought was palatable for us.
I love it, because I can relate that. I have this dish that I make, a salad, but I call it the kitchen sink. So anything in the refrigerator, I put on that salad. And it's the most delicious thing. I have a lot of people, that salad. They say, what does it have on? I say, everything. So with the fish, did y'all actually,
When we used to eat things, that was cheap. Now to get cutfish, it's like $12 a pound.
almost as expensive as steak now.
Yes.
That's so interesting.
So it's flipped. It's not the least expensive meal.
Right.
It's one of the more expensive ones because you could get chicken for less. You could get more chicken for $12 than you could get cutfish.
Well, that's the trend. So like with oxtails, it's it becomes a delicacy. And when it becomes a delicacy, it's get high, it costs more. So I love that. I do love it. Okay.
So what we do, we buy it, and I like to get it. You could get it with bones in or boneless. I prefer boneless because I promised myself when I grew up I wasn't going to be doing all the hard work.
That sounds like when I grew up Croker, we had to pick all the bones out. I can't stand fish with bones. I'm scared to eat them with bones in them now.
So when you get the fish, and because it's fish, the only thing they do with the fish once they get it is to salt it and dry it so it has that fishy smell. And so what we do when we get it, I squeeze lemon in the water, and I boil it out because it's salted. And too much salt for human consumption, but that's the way they
Preserve it.
Preserve it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did y'all in y'all community? Did you have a lot of high blood pressure from salt? I'm just asking.
No, because we boiled it out.
Gotcha. I love it. Okay.
Yeah,
great.
you boil it out, and I usually boil it twice.
Uh-huh.
I put lime in the water to get the smell out.
You got all kinds of secrets to it. We love that. We love it. We love it.
And then once it's boiled, then you shred it. And then it gets to the point where you start adding all the other ingredients.
Okay. And Sunshine's going to tell us about the ingredients that goes into this awesome saltfish dish. I can't wait.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us a little bit. I just learned something new. Y'all going to learn about this.
So we have some tomato. So that dish, the saltfish part of the dish is called bulgur. Bulgur, right? And so we put tomato in there, we put some onion, culantro, which in Trinidad they call it shadow benny. I don't know why, but they do.
Yeah,
I love it. We have some shredded coleslaw. We have a pepper. Typically we would use like a Scotch bonnet pepper, but we have a habanero. You can use any type of hot pepper.
Right. Which one is the hottest? I know it's one that's...
Scotch bonnet would be hotter than habanero.
Okay.
And ghost pepper is hot.
Oh my God. Okay.
But the flavor in a Scotch bonnet as opposed to a habanero is different.
Gotcha.
But it's still, they're still both flavorful, right?
So Mara says they're very hot.
And we also use pimento pepper, which is not local to here. We get that out of Trinidad. Okay, so we use, you'll see it's incorporated into that, but it's scarce here, so we had to be.
The pimentos that's in the jar. That's
totally different.
My goodness, okay.
It smells like hot pepper,
but it's
it
just
has
tasty.
No heat. It just has an awesome flavor.
Excellent. Oh, I have to look into that. Okay. I have a girlfriend that has a Trinidad restaurant, but you know, Solange.
Yeah, I know her
So
very well.
Yeah,
she's a part of the Trini crew.
Yeah, that's right. When y'all had, she had a big old party. We was the bartender for her.
Oh, nice.
So we had a good time. But
Yeah.
she came on. She's been on the podcast too and shared some of the Trinidad dishes. And stuff.
Awesome. She's one of the first people that chased me down. And I was like, why is this strange woman coming behind my car?
Right.
And it's because I had a Trinidad flag in my car. And she was like, bah, bah, bah. I was like, I didn't cut her off. What is the problem? Trini! I was like, oh, okay. And that's how we do. That's how we do. It doesn't matter where we are in the world. If we see a Trinidad flag, everybody like chases each other down.
Love that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we have garlic.
Okay.
This can be done multiple ways. The way we chose to do it today was to put it in oil. Of course, you get all the shell off, the skin off of. You put the garlic in oil, the whole clove of it, the bulb of it, and then you just let it burn, cook down in the oil. Because at the end, once everything is prepped, you're literally, to cook it, you're just pouring that hot oil onto the saltfish, right? Because as Mom talked about, or Althea, you boil it to boil the salt out so the consistency breaks down, right? The salt preserves it so you don't have to add salt to it, but the garlic adds flavor. And then we have a lemon.
My favorite.
Lemon, use that to clean it because it's a fishy smelling fish, and we don't like fishy fish. It's cod.
Oh, cod.
But it's a preserved cod.
Gotcha.
Right?
So a lot of times I've learned this when I was in Italy that all the cured meats, the salt back then they didn't have refrigerators, so the salt is what preserved it.
Same thing.
And that's amazing how different cultures have different things alike. You know what I'm saying? I always tell people we all the same. We all people.
We are. So one thing about that too is that some cultures use salted pollock. Does not taste the same. If you want authentic bulgur, you want salted codfish. Baccarat, I think, is the name. Bacalao.
So with the cod, was they catching that fresh? I'm visualizing you could go down to the area where they fishing at?
No, it comes from Europe, I think.
Yeah, it's imported.
Really?
Yeah, it's imported.
That's very interesting to me because Trinidad has water, right?
It does, but if you want fresh fish, yes. But that particular preparation of the fish is important.
That is so important.
You get it from a
History is amazing.
mainland.
I love history, so learning all the good.
And then at that time, I believe it was colonized by the British at the time before they got their independence.
Right.
So they were still getting things imported.
We were colonized by the French, the Spanish, and lastly the British.
Yes.
So our culture is very diverse.
Very diverse.
Our
Yes.
diet is very diverse. Hence, you have, we call it Shalambeni, and I think that's the French part, the French language. And Buljao is not English. So it's some other language that they just kept the name.
Right, I love it, and I'm big history. I love history because it brings me forward to why things are the way they are. And you know, especially when it comes to cooking, you know, it's all kind of cultures mixed in there together.
Yes.
So thank you guys for being here to share. So anything else you want to share about this part of the dish?
I also wanted to add, yes, the French have it as well, but the Spanish, culantro. The Spanish is culantro.
I love that. I mean, just the history
Also,
of
yeah,
that thing. Y'all gonna have me going back looking at my history books, but I love history.
You're gonna love it. I'm telling you.
Oh, I
The
can't
seasoning it
wait.
makes is out of this
Right.
world. Yes.
Right. So Sunshine,
Yes.
and I want to share me, and you guys share me anything you want to share about yourself.
Okay.
Where we can find you and tell us that story. Or why she's not on social media.
Okay.
And then Amani, I want her to share something.
Okay.
So tell us a little bit how anything you want us to know about you.
So I'm an artist. I do international recordings, but I deal with all matters of the heart. So I sing, I'm a cardiovascular sonographer, I do mentorships and speaking and such, all dealing with the heart, right? I was on social media, traveling internationally, singing, and incorporating my family in everything.
I love it.
Because building legacy and family, that's how I was brought up. My grandmother was very instrumental in that. It kept a closeness, it kept a bond, and it gives you a sense of identity. Right? Because my culture is very diverse. So this is the culture that I gravitated to. This is what raised me. And so I sing with a reggae background. I also have Afro beats and Amapiano, that's the African side of things, because all of that is incorporated.
Exactly.
My lyrics deal with the matters of the heart, healing, spreading love everywhere, leading with love. If you lead with love, you can get so much more accomplished, right?
I would say love is a greater gift. I had tattooed it on my body, then I tattooed the heart.
Yes,
And also
absolutely.
about relationships and community and family,
Right.
I always tell people you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your family.
Right. And
So we
sincere
said
love.
That's right.
Sincere love. Not
Absolutely.
just using the word love, but sincerely.
I love it.
When you know how to love yourself, you can lead with loving others, right?
I've had that conversation.
The social media bit.
Okay.
So I was heavy in social media. I have a publicist and everything. I still have a team. However, what I remember is that prior to social media, how did a message get out? How did you draw a crowd?
That's right.
Like way before ancient times, before media and such came about, it was word of mouth. What does your character look like? What is your draw? What is your message draw? How do you resonate with others? You can be hospitable. You can show hospitality and feed others. You can sing. You can, bless you. You can sing. You can talk. You can share. You can, there's so many ways that you can draw others in. And so, yeah. So when I have the go ahead to jump back into it, I will be doing that. But I am on YouTube.
I have to say, how can we still listen to your music?
I'm on Spotify.
Okay, Spotify is what?
SUNSHYNE P.
SUNSHYNE P. Follow her on Spotify. Her music is amazing. Every time
you.
I hear a voice, it do kind of make you feel the heart because it's just so sincere and so smooth and so laid back. I love it.
Thank you.
Thelma? How you pronounce her name again now? Thelma.
You have to sneeze?
Thea.
Oh.
She got to sneeze. Okay. It's not making her sneeze.
Oh.
It's not making her sneeze.
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't know. Probably her allergies.
Okay, allergies is a trip. Okay. Well, why? Okay. She wanna share how can we follow you? I don't know if you're on social media or not.
Yes, so I am on social media.
Okay.
You can follow me on YouTube. You can subscribe, Mani in the Mix. That's MANI in the Mix. And then, of course, I have Instagram. It's going to be 4_ Mani and then 5_.
Okay. What do you do, Mani, what do you do as far as business? professional, what you doing?
So I'm an aspiring influencer. I do a lot of advice videos. I've got my background in psychology, a lot of stuff on self-confidence and relationships and helping women and men in this generation navigate the difficulties of adulthood.
Love that. That is amazing. I'm telling you, I love
Thank
that.
you.
Okay. She want to share anything about her? I know you moved here from California. I do know that.
I sure did. We moved here in 2020
Okay.
during COVID.
Good. During COVID, yes. Good.
And
yes.
it's been a journey.
I know.
I can't say it's been pleasant,
Right.
but it's taught me a lot about patience even
That's
at my
right.
age.
Right.
Because
And then you buy your amazing daughter and your granddaughter now. That's sometimes
and
we have
that's
to
the
find.
blessing.
That's
of
the blessing,
having
but awesome.
family. My daughter's instrumental in getting me here
Oh, my
because I'm not one for the phone, so
Right.
I usually don't answer it. And she would always call to
Right.
check on me, and she never get me. She was worried all the time, so
Right.
she said, "You need to move so I could have my eyes on you
I
at all times."
love it.
So-
I love it. Because my son, he stays in Chicago, and so he was calling his dad, and he couldn't get in touch with him. So I was in an event in Charlotte, so he calls me. I'm getting ready to call and get a well check on Dad because he's not answering the phone. So that kind of stuff just gets on our nerve. We do want to be able to get in touch with you guys when we can, and that's all because we love you.
And I did the same for my
Yeah.
parents. So I understand.
Right, right.
I don't always like it,
Yeah.
but I understand.
Right. Well, I tell you what's the blessing about this whole segment is that we have 3 generations here. I treasure that and I love it. And we're going to taste that fish, saltfish, let me get the name correct. Welcome back. We're sitting with Sunshine P, her mom, Thea, and Amani, her daughter. 3 generations. I love it. So, Sunshine, before we try your dish, I would like to see what you and your mom, what does food and family means to you guys. So, then.
I love food, but I love home cooked food. I prefer not to go out to eat because I don't like greasy or salty.
That's right.
And I eat my more traditional dishes. I try other nationality dishes, but I like my traditional dishes.
I love it.
And whenever we get together, it's always a fun time because everybody's in the kitchen, no matter how small it is.
I love that.
we get together, you have 10 sous chefs, and everybody's cooking something, and I look forward to that family time when we get together.
I love it. Well, we're glad you came to Columbia, okay? The saltfish is amazing. I love it. So, Sunshine, please tell us what food and family mean to you.
So food for me, I have a different perspective.
Okay.
Food for me is therapy.
I love it.
When I'm in my feelings, I'm cooking. I cook a lot.
Yeah.
And
Oh, my goodness.
because I come from immigrant background, I used mom's cooking to draw. She got all her friends in California because I would have people come to the house because she would cook one time for the entire week. So I had all these people come to the house, eat up all the food, so she would cook again within the week. And it made lifelong friends for her.
Absolutely.
But it also inspired me to my grandmother was very hospitable. So I would always cook and would have big draws of people coming into the house, cooking up food, eating. We would come together and it drew family for me because I'm prior military, I'm a veteran.
Right.
And so, like Mom said, she's in Cali. No one was here local with us. It was just me and my kids
Right.
and my husband at the time. And so we would just have church family, Trinidad family, just friendship, and the draw was food. That's what brought everybody together.
I love it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you guys, now I did go to a party at Sunshine P house. And it was good. And guess what? I even got a chance to try oysters. Remember, I think she kind of taught me how to do the oyster thing. And it was something that we was putting on top of it. What was it?
I did a relish, like a crab and some kind of relish thing that I put together. And I stuffed a fish.
Right, and she was telling the truth. That food was amazing. The vibe was amazing. I think we had Trinidad and music. Oh, God. I was having a good time up in there. I love a good party, and I love community, and I love family and friends. Eating, laughing. I tell people all the time, life has so many things that is not so unhappy. But when I see people together having a good time, laughing, that's what we do at Celeb Studio. We want people to come, have a good time, enjoy food, drinks, even if it's non-alcoholic.
Yeah.
Okay? We want you to have a good time. Life is a gift, and we must embrace it. And embrace our family and friends. And we thank Almighty for joining us, and we're going to do another segment on the bake. But this is delicious. I would have never thought I was eating saltfish, but guys, I'm surprised. I really, really like it. And I like the vegetables in it. And then the red just kind of gives, it's almost like the colors in y'all shirt or your earrings. I love it. Anything else you want to share? Mom want to share, or you want to share?
I'm just honored to be here, and I'm honored to be here with my generations, inspired by our matriarch, which would have completed 4 generations.
That is amazing, guys. Yeah. When I saw him get out of the car, they didn't know, but I was getting so excited. So, oh, God, 3 generations. That's what it's about. You know, really and truly, holding on to those memories and learning how to, you know, do those dishes from grandmother and back in Trinidad. And I just think it's amazing. You guys have been amazing guests, and I want to thank you guys for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, definitely so. That wraps up another episode of At the Table with Chef Jay. Before we say goodbye, don't forget to show some love, hit that like button, share the joy with your friends and family, and of course, subscribe.